Guys, welcome back to the Whatever Football Podcast, episode 15. Here with Ralphie. How you doing, bro?
Mate, I'm used to saying on top of the world, although I'm not. I did promise by Arsenal at the top of the league I would. So top of the world, mate. How are you?
Yeah, top of the league, mate. Top of the league. I'll milk it for what it's worth, you know. But we get to the top of the league without cheating, so there's a big difference there. You know what I'm saying? You know, Man City got to fucking rat and dive, and if that's how they want to win, then that's how they want to win. You know, we're not all like that.
We will get into that. I want to obviously touch base on that a little bit later, but I was actually watching it live. Silly me, woke up, I don't know, probably for a wee or something, and I went, oh, right, I'll like 1-1, shit, all right, I watched the last, with a red card, I thought, shit, I watched the last 45 minutes, so
can't fucking believe. As soon as I saw that, later, but as soon as I saw the red, man, I was, fucking spewing, bro.
Live, it looked clear-cut pen, I'm not going to lie, live, it did look clear-cut pen.
Yeah, he slowed down, man, it's not a beat.
As soon as you slowed it down, it was
the delay.
It was a little bit of contact. Yes, like he did actually like.
Of course, it was contact.
However, the exaggeration of it is just unbelievable.
It's fucking unbelievable. And for me, like when people exaggerate, it's the fact like if you can exaggerate in the same movement of the tackle, then all for you. You know what I mean? If you're getting clean and you can like keep reacting, the fact that he gets tapped. And then he thinks about it and goes, oh, actually, let me fucking flip over.
And then he sort of does that whole, how they do it?
It's the over-exaggerating it.
They look like a fish, as they're coming out of water, right? Like,
It's so frustrating. It was frustrating. But look, man, it is what it is. City, they're going to come up with those results and those wins and stuff like that. But overall, obviously, a lot of games over the weekend, a lot of shock results, you might say, in some of those. Obviously, your result, which we'll touch on shortly, outstanding. Obviously, that was after the Arsenal game, so I couldn't go to sleep because I had so much energy. So I started watching your game, and I couldn't fucking believe what I was watching, man. You just got torn to pieces, but we'll get into that. Yes, Leicester City playing great football again. Another victory coming, a little bit under the radar after a horrible start to the season.
They're starting to hit some form.
Starting to hit some form, yeah. Maddison on fire, Tillman's on fire as well.
Yeah.
Leeds United. Fucking fantastic result for them. 3-1 down, and I've seen a few people come out and try to say celebration police. Like, who the fuck wouldn't? You're 3-1 down and you come back to win 4-3, bro. I'm celebrating a 1-0 win. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's unbelievable. Like, it's football. It's emotions. Like,
I think that's probably one of the best comebacks that I've seen in a long time.
Unbelievable comeback, man. I would be if I was a Leeds fan, man, I'd be so gassed. It was unbelievable comeback, man. Completely deserved it, man. Great, fantastic goals in that game as well. Great goals. Obviously, we talked about it quickly. Man City getting 2-1 up. Wolves losing 10 men to Brighton 3-2.
Yep. They're in trouble this year. They're in big trouble, Wolves. I'm quite surprised, actually. I wouldn't have
they're in trouble.
Relegation.
They got us next week. They're in big trouble.
Yeah, big trouble.
They're in big trouble. Nottingham Forest, obviously 2-2. Obviously Chelsea, Arsenal, we know the result. Newcastle again, another 4 goals, bro. This team is they're going under the radar, and they're I think even off the top of the table, I think Newcastle are only 8 points off or something like that. They're not even that far off.
Yeah, 8 points.
They do have an extra game in hand over City and Arsenal. So they do have an extra game in hand, but still, that's fantastic, And to be honest, they have spent money, but I don't even think they've spent money on like great players. If you're going to spend 35 on a Chris Wood or whatever, 20 on a Trippier, like who would have ever thought a 31-year-old Trippier coming to the EPL would be the best English right back in the league? Like I think Ben White's been exceptional, but to me, Trippier, like that's someone that has to be starting for England in the World Cup, if not him or Ben White. You know what I mean? Like I would put White in centre back based. Ben White starts in centre back based on form anyway. You know what I mean? But
Newcastle,
it's just
Newcastle
unbelievable. Trippier's been unbelievable.
Newcastle
playing beautiful football, man. I've always rated Eddie Howe. Always rated him.
Oh yeah. Same here.
I said at Bournemouth he played really good football.
I was going to say you look at Bournemouth.
Yeah, I said it before. Like, and obviously he went through that bad patch and got sacked or whatever. But I did say that I liked him, and I would have liked him in Arsenal when Unai was there. But obviously we went the Arteta route. But Everton losing again. West Ham going 1-0 up, losing to Palace in the last seconds of the game. Fantastic result for Palace. Happy for Patrick there. And obviously one of my favorite results of the weekend, Tottenham fucking losing.
Again.
I love it.
How many is that now on the bounce? It's got to be a few.
No, they think they won midweek, didn't they?
Oh,
They won a game like on the weekend or something.
Sorry, in the Premier League, they're 3 losses out, so they're 3 points from 12.
3 points
in the Premier League.
Man.
Yeah. So and you think about it, right? 3 weeks. I know. Well, it was. We were pretending, right? Obviously, but if you were talk to a Spurs fan 3 weeks ago, they're going, "Oh, title contenders, mate. We're only 3 point. We're only 2-3 points off the top. Oh, we've only lost one or two games all year. We're title contenders." And typical Conte football, just absolute dog shit. Dire dog shit. I love it. I love to see
They're dog
it,
shit, man. I told you when they came to the Emirates, man, they were fucking atrocious. They're honestly, it is the worst.
We dominated them as well.
Oh, you did as well. Yeah, dude, it's disgusting. Like, honestly, it's fucking atrocious watching them play. So I'm glad that they lost. I don't see Liverpool as a threat this year, personally. I think they're too inconsistent. So I'm glad that they took points off Tottenham. Obviously gives us a better stretch against them, which is great. But yeah, like, look, let's start with maybe your game. Let's start on a little bit of a somber note, eh?
Good. I'm glad because I won't be here for long.
All right, let's go. Hit me with it.
Fatigue, I would say. A lot of fatigue. I think, I read something after our game this morning, which I actually didn't realize. I think in the Premier League up until this morning's game against Villa, our defense hadn't conceded from open play in, I think, 11 plus hours of football, of Premier League football, which you think about it, 90 minutes a game is fucking. I'm pretty sure that was probably since the City game. I would, when you add 2 and 2 together, I actually haven't had a look, but I would probably say since the City game we haven't conceded from open play football. So to go 2-0 down after 11 minutes, to be honest with you, I think I mentioned to you, at that time of the morning, I went, "No, fuck, this is shit house," and went to sleep. I thought, it was going to be a Brentford repeat, which it was close enough too. Mate, we just looked tired. I watched the highlights.
Yeah. I watched the full game, okay, because I stayed up. I couldn't go to sleep. So I watched the full game, and I know you're saying fatigue. But the thing is, like, someone like your club and, like, I'm just going to compare it to us. Like, we literally never sub players. So
I knew you were going to say that.
But
I knew you were going to say that, right? I knew you were going to say that, right? So I knew this morning.
No. I was going to say something about the way that you're training.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, let me finish. I knew you were going to say that. So I actually did some research. So we played the exact 11 from Real Sociedad to our starting lineup against Villa.
I don't know when that was.
Friday morning, 2 hours after you. I think we played at 2:45 or 5 o'clock, and I think you guys played on Friday morning too. Who did you play? Who did you guys beat in the Europa League last Friday morning?
Zurich or something.
Zurich. So you guys started 4 of the same players out of the 11. We started 11 out of the 11. So there you go. And we obviously didn't make a change until at least half time.
Yeah,
so
but again,
what I'm talking about
that's
is
your
fatigue,
fault.
right? So
Qualified.
Of course it is. 100%. It's out. A, correct, but also B. I'm just saying about squad depth. People are saying, "Oh, well, you could have interchanged players. Why do you have to start the same?"
Yeah, but
people?
see, I think he's done depth. He put in like Donny van der Beek. He put on Lindelof. He put Ronaldo. Ronaldo hasn't been starting. He put that fucking
Ronaldo started the last 4 games, mate.
No. I'm just saying.
270 minutes in 2 weeks.
I'm talking about a whole season. I'm talking about a whole season here. Ronaldo hasn't been starting.
I'm talking about a 37-year-old playing
this little Argentinian on the left as well. Who's the Argentinian guy? What's his name?
Garnacho.
Yeah,
but mate, he's 17. Well. He's played 80 minutes of football for the top team in his whole life.
All I'm trying to say is there's rotation in the squad. That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, but I'm just trying to say that the depth is shit. That's what I'm trying to say. The depth is shit house. We've got a 37-year-old, nearly 38 in 2 months, playing 4 lots of 90 minutes in a week and a half to 2 weeks in shit form. We got no one else to play up top.
So how long is Varane out for?
17. Hopefully back for the World Cup. But see, even then, right, centre backs. Yeah, but even then, centre backs within reason. Right, I'll be the first one. Centre backs not our problem. Well, sorry, in terms of quality, yes, it is, and Varane makes a massive difference. And I'm going to get into something in a second. But in terms of actual depth in centre back, we have Lindelof that at the end of the day, mate, should be able to do a job. We even had Harry Maguire on the bench. I don't rate him, but at the end of the day, he should be able to do a job. So I'm not talking about our centre backs. I'm talking about we literally had Alanga on the bench to play either left wing striker or right wing. Because
have you guys
Sancho was gone.
Do you think you
Delo's
guys would
played
like to?
every single game for us this year. Every single game, I think maybe apart from one where he came off at halftime for Victor Lindelof, every single competition he has played 90 minutes of every single game at right back. You think about that, mate. That is fucking astronomical. Astronomical.
Yeah, but you guys don't really play like a high intensity football either.
Yeah, but still, it's a lot of football.
It is. It is a lot of football. It is a lot of football. Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of the depth, mate, I think a couple of people sort of blame. Oh, you obviously would have seen the. Oh, I don't know if you've seen the highlights, but I watched.
I've seen the highlights, but I watched the full game. I watched the highlights back again this morning at the gym, man.
So yeah, see that first goal right that we conceded,
fucking split, bro.
Split big time. But you know what? People are like, "Oh, Martinez should have been marking," but actually, Martinez is the left-sided centre back.
That's Lindelof.
Mate. What's Victor doing up to
That's
the
Lindelof's fault.
halfway line?
Yeah.
Freaking chasing someone. Guess what? As soon as he starts tracking back as a centre back, in my eyes, even as a left back for me, as soon as I've done my job and I've turned the opposition's right winger around to go backwards, I then drop back into my position even as a left back, and that's either our left wingers or our centre midfielders' job to then come and press, right? So I've done my job. I've turned him around. What's Victor doing? Chasing him like a bloody lost.
It also comes down to team chemistry as well. Obviously, you're lacking that a lot.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, that's obviously like a massive thing.
Fantastic together. Them two, big time. Shocking.
Yeah. Because I'll look at an example like from our game. I remember like Zinchenko went for a run last night. He went flank, running down the flank. Jesus literally stopped and was back and left back covering him. Like that's the type of cover. Yeah, like literally, like Jesus was coming back to get the ball, did a play, sent Zinni off, and then he literally sat in left back and held that pocket until the phase was over. So you know what I mean? Like I don't think you guys like have a chemistry like to sit back and stuff. Because of the swapping and changing. You're fine with run, but yeah, it's just changed. Yeah.
We're a work in progress too. I think as I mentioned many times on the stream, like was I gutted with the result? Of course I am. Every time, same as you. Like every time our team loses, it's every time our team loses, it's gut wrenching. Do I expect up and down results like this? Of course I do, right? Like,
yeah.
I said if we make top 4, we've done well because we're in a rebuilding phase. I can see good things, which I mention every single week, and every now and then you have this blip, right? It's original, it's normal. It happens.
It does. But look, as an overall on your game, I think it was just a shocking game. Obviously, scored a lucky deflection, and you just split apart. Honestly, every goal you just split apart. I think even the foul. And then, I don't know, I saw this video today, and it was a video of Martinez. Not that I like him anyway, but there was a video of Martinez, and he's actually on the halfway line, and he's directing his players to literally move in front of, who do you have? De Gea was in goals, yeah?
Yeah.
So he was literally moving his strikers in front of De Gea just before Digne kicked the goal. So it was actually, like, brilliant. Like, I've got to send you the video. It's a brilliant angle of what happened. But, like, look, you got dominated. There's not really much more to say. But,
we did. That's why
I still think as an overall, you're sitting in 5th after a bad start to the season of 13 games. That one game in hand, it takes you above Tottenham.
Yes.
Well, it's the same points as Tottenham.
Oh,
They've got better goal average.
Right. Yep.
Because you've had a couple of beatings. But,
and I think we got Palace. I think that's a game in hands against Palace too. So it's not too bad.
It's going to be a tough game. Palace is a very good team. But yeah, anything else you want to more add onto your game, or that's pretty much it? Honestly, there's really nothing more to talk about.
Hopefully more positives. Short, sweet. Yeah. Hopefully more positives next week. And at the end of the day, mate, we move on, right? It's people are talking. Oh, actually, just really quickly to finish. As as I've mentioned many times before, I listen to a lot of, fan channels, all this kind of stuff on YouTube, all these different things. What I don't, and I was listening to one this morning, and I thought about this very moment, right? I want to mention it on this stream. What I don't get is for the sheer fact that it just must be like an in thing for these fan channels that as soon as we lose a game, it's boring football. Boring football. Don't worry. We believe in Ten Hag. I can't believe all these Ten Hag haters. Like, what the fuck are they talking about, mate? I don't get it. Is it for clicks?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it is. It's
That's what I don't get. I'm just like, what do you? Yeah. We lose a game and it's like, oh, agendas. It's like, no, what are you talking about? Like they make a mountain out of a molehill.
Mm.
You know, we won on Friday morning. You know, against Sociedad. All right, you know, we finished second. We needed a second goal, but you know, we kept a clean sheet. We won. We won away from home 1-0. It's now irrelevant because we lost this morning. But you know, we extended our unbeaten record to like 10 or 11 games or something without a loss. You know, and they're like, oh, wrong tactics, wrong this, wrong that. It's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about, mate? I don't get it.
You got 7 wins, so you got the third most highest wins in the league. So
yeah, it's not bad
overall. It's not bad for a bad season. Change of manager, everything like that. You know, it's gonna come. It's gonna come in full circles. Look, let's talk about Liverpool quickly. We'll start Arsenal after this one, but yeah, Liverpool quickly. Obviously, I just want to touch base on it. Not quick though, but good result for them. Salah again, double. Dyer looking shocking. At the back,
love to see it.
Yeah, you know, Kane getting a fluke goal as always, pretty standard. Harry Flop, and honestly, really not much more to say on that. I don't know if you watched the game or anything like that, but
no, I didn't. I didn't watch it live. I obviously watched the highlights. Liverpool, the old Scousers will probably think they're back, mate. And they're going to win the league, or they're going to be title contenders, no doubt. You know, then
that's the thing. They always think they're back, yeah.
Yeah, you know, and then probably next week, you know, they'll come crushing. I actually saw something this afternoon. I think after those 2 goals this morning, Salah scored 7 in Europa, 6 now, I think, or 6 or 7 in the Premier League. You know, so in terms of his goal tally for the year, you know, he's actually firing on all cylinders. However, it just goes to show that it just goes to show, you know, just how shit the rest of the Liverpool team are, because you know
Midfield's dead. Well, look, defense is
Salah's
shit.
scoring for fun, right? 14 goals, all competitions. I think Haaland's on what, maybe 20. So you think about it, like 22. 22. There you go. So 22, but Haaland is just freakish, right? Freakish, and
he's also in a Man City team.
Correct. You know, so Salah's actually not doing too bad, but you know, because Liverpool's doing so shit and are in the mud, you know, sort of people forget that, you know, Salah's actually probably performing the way he should be.
Yeah. Look, he's done all right, but I think like overall they got so many holes. Van Dijk's not looking the same.
100%.
Trent's shocking. But you know, is what it is. Now let's move on to the Glory Boys, the top of the table champs, as they call us, Arsenal. I don't know if you've had a chance to. Did you watch like highlights of the game or anything like that?
Sure did. Yes.
Did you watch highlights of the game?
No, I watched highlights.
Okay. What do you think from the highlights?
Not the whole game. I just think, mate, it was just not. To be honest with you, it's just been Arsenal pretty much all season. I would say, just dominated. You know, dominated possession, dominated field position.
Yeah.
You know, and it's. I'm going to ask you a question later on, but you know, I'm starting to think that, mate, to be honest with you, just your overall football, right? Like even what I'm starting to see with Arsenal is for the sheer fact that, you know, even when you had, say, that blip against Southampton, you know, you lost to us, but your results like that
football was always the same, yeah.
Results like that happen with any team, right? You know, you can be the Premier League playing league, you know, a bloody non-division team, you know, and
look at City, they dropped points all the
right, and you can
City dropped points twice, yeah.
Exactly right, you know, and that's what
City 1 loss, 2 draws. There you go.
There you go. And you think about City, they're known for a team that dominates possession, dominates field territory, all that kind of stuff, right? So that's what I'm finding that Arsenal is really. At the start, I thought, oh yeah, you know, bit of a decent start to the season, you know, oh yeah, fucking typical, you know, oh yeah, watch him come back down to earth. But mate, the more game that goes on, yeah,
1/3.
The more games that happen, and the same thing keeps happening, and I think, shit, and you're finding ways to grind out results, you know, and that's
and to be honest, I don't even sometimes think that it's like grinding out a result. Like I know we've had a lot of 1-0 results this year, and that's one. It's because, you know, finishing hasn't been as clinical at times. Like at Chelsea, there we should have probably scored. Like we create a lot of chances in and around the box. Sometimes we just don't get the shot away, so that's what a lot of it doesn't get seen.
Yeah,
and that's where our dominance comes from. And there's a lot of chances that we do miss as well. But yeah, just overall play the dominance, you know, whether we're playing home or away, we're taking the game to the team. Like from the literally kickoff, we took the ball off Chelsea and just passing it around the back, passing it around the back. That's all we were doing. Chelsea just sat back in their whole half, and we just kept playing around them the whole time. Even when we were stuck in our own half, Chelsea were trying to attempt to press us, bro. There was this one play where you would have probably seen the highlight where Jesus misses a header.
Yeah.
But you didn't see the build up to that. It literally would have been the goal of the season. There was about 20, 30 passes in between where we ticky-tack it in between Chelsea, fucking ran rings around them, and then ran it up the whole field. And then, Martinelli crosses it in for Jesus, and then obviously he misses that header, unfortunately. So it's all those little things that don't get seen during a game. Might get, you only see the end bit in a highlight. But honestly, man, dominated the whole game. I'm watching a game and I'm nervous because it's Chelsea, and I'm like, oh fuck, are they gonna get a bullshit penalty or a deflection off a corner or something like that? There's always that in the back of your mind because that can happen with any team. It doesn't matter who it is. But if they're I never felt scared or anything. I don't even remember Chelsea having a shot on goals.
Well,
whole game.
I literally just had a look at the stats, right? So Chelsea had one shot, you had two. So in terms of a game, obviously you had a lot of shots, not a lot of shots on target. So in terms of a overall game, in terms of end-to-end football, I'd probably say it's a bit of a cagey derby, to be honest with you. If you didn't watch if you
didn't watch the game, yeah, you would probably look at the highlights and think that it was a little bit half and half, and Arsenal just got a lucky goal. But watching it, that's what I'm saying. It says 14 shots to us, but the fact that we're always in front of the goal and we're just missing that last, to take the shot, or we try to put that little finesse pass through ball and we can't get the cut back in properly. You know what I mean? So it's all those little things that sometimes don't get seen, and they would all add up because there's a lot of games where we're 20, 25 shots every game. Still, if you're away from home and you keep the home team to 5 shots and you take 14. That's the fucking domination, man. That's fucking domination.
I agree, especially away from home in a derby at Stamford Bridge. It's definitely domination, and that's what just quickly, with the goal. That's what sort of where I was when I sort of said, sort of grinding out results. I sort of didn't mean as in, you're under the pump. What I sort of meant was, you're dominating, right? But your domination, let's be honest, that goal was lucky, right? It was lucky. It was lucky.
But at the end of the day, when you're playing
that, because you deserve that.
You're creating the luck. Yeah.
Correct. You're away from home, so that's what I meant. Not as lucky 1-0 wins, but you're grinding out results in terms. You're fucking coming to London derby to Stamford Bridge, where let's be honest, it would be really easy to just to put 9 people behind the ball and try and hit the counter attack. A lot of teams would do that, right? But you've got fuck this, and that's what I'm finding. Arteta is, let's be honest. He was a mentor to Pep, right? Oh, sorry. He was Pep's offsider. I really think it's City football. It's City football.
It is, yeah. It's pretty crazy, yeah. Like I said, you go.
So just going back to that goal as we spoke about this morning. Obviously Gabriel scored it. However, Cucurella, what was he doing in the first place? It looked like he was trying to stick one in or something. I can't remember what else.
I'm telling you, Cucurella shouldn't have even been on the field, man. That guy, he fouled Saka, I think at least 8 or 9 times. He didn't get one fucking card. Saka makes one tackle on Cucurella and gets a fucking yellow. It was just, the refereeing was fucking shocking, man. Honestly, it was Martin Atkinson. It's so, dude, but there's no protection for these players. Saka's gonna fucking walk off one day and get injured. Abba went studs up into fucking Ben White. I don't know if you saw that tackle either.
No.
Literally went studs up into Ben White, gets a yellow. It's just shit like that. The players have zero protection. These referees are fucking clowns, man. They're fucking
I do love
clowns.
the fact that Aubameyang. I've just seen so many memes on Facebook.
Oh, it's fucking
so
ridiculous.
many,
dude.
So
El Neni came on the field with 5 minutes to go and had more touches than Abba in 65 minutes.
Really?
Can you believe that?
Wow.
It's fucking hilarious. I love it.
Classic.
Look, I know he was forced to say those things, but fuck him. I don't give a shit.
At least your ex-Arsenal keeper is keeping City in the hunt, because mate, Leno, wow, that was an absolute sitter of Haaland's penalty. He should have saved that every single day of the week.
Yeah.
You obviously seen the pen, no doubt.
Yeah,
he should have saved that. I couldn't believe that it went in.
I don't think Leno ever saved a penalty for Arsenal in his whole career.
Really? Oh, I can see why after that.
Yeah, I think to be honest, Arsenal keepers have very bad luck with saving penalties. With De Gea and Alisson's, and all that shit. They save a lot of penalties. Arsenal keepers just don't. Luckily enough, we haven't had too many with Ramsdale and goals, but Martinez was great penalty shot stopper. He used to save a good 3 or 4. Yeah,
he is very
he's
good.
very good at penalties. Yeah, but look, man. Yeah, go.
I got a question to ask you because I've been thinking. I had a look this morning. I've been thinking about it. Right, if I said to you right now, as it stands, Dylan, 200. You let's just say. Oh, actually, no. I know you wouldn't care. I'm going to say $200. Must be $200, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you put $200 on Arsenal to win the league at $5.50 right now?
Fuck yeah.
Confident?
Yeah, I wouldn't even fucking think about it. I'd do it.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
They wouldn't be paying $5.50 though, would they?
$5.50 they are to win the league.
Really?
Yep. City at $1.20. Arsenal $5.50.
You know what?
Everyone else is 51 plus.
That's actually pretty fucked up. That like that's the fucking like price on it. You know what I mean?
I think the reason why, City were obviously very strong favourites. I think the only reason why City are still so short is for the sheer fact that I know it's vice versa, right? But you lose a game, City win a game, they jump, they jump above you.
Yeah, but
you still got to play them.
They shouldn't have got that fucking
twice.
I know, but they shouldn't have got that fucking penalty this morning.
Oh, no,
they go
agree.
in fucking.
Yeah,
they go in 1-1. We take the 3 points. We gain a fucking 4-5 point gap.
Agree. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that shit keeps climbing, and then we've got a buffer if we fuck up 1 week and they win. You know what I mean? So it works in full circles. Last year we did well against City, and also for City, Arsenal have played every top team in the league. City have only played one. City have only played one top team. That's it. They played you guys. That's it. They haven't played anyone. Haven't played Liverpool. Haven't played Arsenal.
They have played Liverpool.
Have they?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Wrong, but I thought.
I saw a stat that Liverpool, the Man City haven't played the top 6 yet, except for you guys.
Oh, I thought City lost to Liverpool 1-0 the other week.
Oh, they did.
Didn't they?
Yeah, they did too. Yeah, sorry, they did. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But anyway, in saying that, also we've taken points of everyone except you. Correct. And actually, Arsenal's win against Chelsea was the first Big Six team this year to win away from home.
Really?
Against the Big Six, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, obviously, like Liverpool won at home. You guys won at home against us. We've beaten, who did we beat at home? We beat Tottenham.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was the first, like, away win by Big Six team. So, but look, we're doing what we're doing. If we can go into the Wolves game, I don't want to take it lighthearted. I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans, go and saying like 5-0 Arsenal. Obviously, look, I'd love to see that, but Wolves are a tough team. I'm not going to deny that they're not. They've got a new manager, and yeah, I just have to take it as it is.
They're relegation Potter. This year. You should be.
Listen,
you should be.
We should.
I know. You got to take one game at a time, but you should be wiping the floor with them.
Of course, but the thing is, when you start getting complacent is when you fuck up. So
of course,
the thing is, I don't want to take, and I don't think our players are whatsoever. These guys are just unbelievable right now. Their mentality is just different. So, and winning breeds winning. They don't want to lose anymore. They know what that feeling's like.
I saw the highlights. After the game, Arsenal go over to the away fans, mate. They look like a team that want to do, and that's what you want, right? That camaraderie. They look like a team.
It's the only time,
that want to fucking do something. It's easy to show up and play, and play 90 minutes or 80 minutes, or if you get sub whatever, right, and get paid equivalent to $500,000 Australian dollars a fucking week, right? But these guys, and walk off the field and go, and then come up again next week and go thanks with a pocket full of money, right?
Yeah.
Arsenal players actually look like they want to fucking do something, and that's what's making me like, shit, okay, like, is this getting a bit, it's not a, these guys are like, they've got belief. It looks like they've got some fucking belief.
They think they can fucking win the league.
They remind me of, not this year, but they remind me of a Liverpool under Klopp in their peak, sort of 18 months, 2 years ago, where it's like they're walking around like cocky, arrogant motherfuckers, right? In a good way. We don't, we're going to beat every motherfucker that stands in our way, and we don't give a fuck who you are. And that's what Arsenal are reminding me of.
Look, it's fucking great, man. I just hope that, and Arteta's come out and he's made comments saying that they're going to sign big in January. They're going to sign a big...
you have to,
I think he's...
Sure.
Yeah, but he said his exact statement was, he said, being in the position that we are, he said, we have to continue that. And he said that we're going to make he was mentioning one big marquee signing. But I think obviously we need a few. And, we've got a couple of people on loan at the moment. Like we've got We got Balogun, who's on loan for Rennes at the moment in France. The guy's on fucking fire. I think he's like 10 goals in 13 games.
Oh yeah.
Like it's fucking unbelievable, bro. And he's like fucking 19. So, we've got all this talent out there. Like that's someone you can bring back in if we can't find a striker. You know what I mean? Because Eddie's
I
like
think you
useless.
need to sign. I think you need to sign in Jan transfer window, because if you don't
we have to 100%. Yeah,
mate, could you imagine? Could you imagine losing the league by 4 points? Because
but we did that, man.
Because Jesus got injured and you've got no back. You've got no half decent backup striker.
But the thing is that happened last year. They didn't plan, but when they did say it, Arteta and Edu both did say last year that it was never last year that was the objective. It was always this year. So they always had like roles in mind. So I don't know if they're waiting for people like Yuri Tillmans to get off their contract, because in January he's a free agent. So they can sign him for free or pay Leicester, 5-10 mil, bring him over straight away, come win the league with us sort of thing. Can you imagine fucking Xhaka, the way he's playing at the moment, having fucking Yuri Tillmans pushing you to try fucking start every game, or bringing on the quality of Yuri Tillmans off the fucking bench who can score goals like that and create from midfield? Like it's fucking unbelievable. So you bring on people like that. We need 100% need a backup for Partey, because Lukonga's dog shit. Elneny does a shift, but I don't see him like Partey is just too injury prone. But definitely someone up front is where we need a backup, like striker. So striker midfielder for me. Defense is all good. But look, is what it is. Top of the league. Hopefully we can smash Wolves on the weekend and keep doing what we're doing. But I've seen a lot of people. A lot of people keep doubting us. So
if you win against Wolves, it pretty much minus one game, it could change, but it pretty much guarantees you with the World Cup on that you're going to go into you're going to go into 2023 you're going to go into 2023 top of the table.
So when does the World Cup actually end? Does it end on Boxing Day or something, or Christmas Day?
The 19th of December is it's the final, is the World Cup final, and we go. I think Premier League fixtures start back on the 27th. I think, isn't it?
Because there's always Boxing Day fixtures in the Premier League. Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, 2026. Yeah. So Boxing Day.
Boxing Day. Yeah.
So
There's
always
Boxing Day
8 days off, and then it goes back into it.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
And who have you got? Who have you got there? You've got West Ham at home, and then
should be a win. Should win that easy.
And then your next game's Jan 1st our time. So you win the next 2 games, you guarantee top of the table, mate. For 2020.
And you look, man, a lot of people have come into Arsenal to say like, start of the season, let's go through the 5 games, and I did the same thing. I said from the start of the season, I want 5 wins out of 5. So that was my thing. I think we did it, and then 6 was you guys lost. Then we went back on another winning streak, sort of thing. Which was fine, like someone said to me at the start of the season, hey, you're going to win every game out of 6 minus you lose at Old Trafford. I'd be like, what the fuck do I care? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Anyone would take that start. Even City would take that start. You know what I mean? But look, we keep defying everyone's odds. They told us that we couldn't get through October. We did it. They told us we couldn't get through the likes of November before the World Cup, and we've proven everyone wrong so far. So I want to keep proving everyone wrong. I think, and the thing I was sort of like saying with you guys, like the management of your fitness and players, I think that's what we've really done well this year. And it's what I guess like Arsenal have conditioned the players to do. Because like even Mikel said, he goes, because people were questioning him about like Saka's fitness. And he goes, if Saka can't play every game, 50 plus games a year, then he will never be a world-class player. Because he goes, do you go and see Messi play 30 games a year just in the league? No, he plays Champions League, he plays Cup, he plays in the league. So that's what he wants out of his standard and out of his fitness, and he seems to be getting it. Like even Partey's fitness has improved immensely. So I guess it's management conditioning of the players, but we're doing a great job. We move on to Wolves, and we did what we had to do against Chelsea, another statement win, and we move on.
Confidence.
Happy days. I guess we mentioned Man City already, but a little bit of Newcastle dark horses.
Yes.
As we've you and I have alluded to this pretty much the whole season. Dark horses.
We have. I would say that Newcastle not in terms of obviously positioning on the table. However, I would say that they're probably
playing football,
me just as they're surprising me just as much as Arsenal as Arsenal right now.
For sure.
Obviously,
for sure.
I obviously didn't expect Arsenal to be top of the table coming into coming into the World Cup.
If you're going to talk to me about form, it's the top 2 teams in form, because I don't think Man City have played that great. I think they're getting results, but they're not playing that great.
Yeah.
If you're talking about form, Arsenal and Newcastle are playing the best football in the league right now.
And Newcastle are winning convincingly, right?
Oh, slapping. They're scoring 4 every week, it feels like.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
I think next week I got to tip fucking 4 against them, eh?
Yeah. Well, they're at home too. Probably, I would assume, because they're away.
Yeah,
they're away on the weekend. Yeah.
They don't lose in the tune. We'll
Incredible.
we'll have to go through predictions, but yeah, look, they've played tremendous. So
very impressive. Very
big.
Bruno, not Gamera's, Almiron. I've got him in my fantasy. It's bloody fantastic, mate.
You've had him really early. The guy he's a fucking freak, bro. He's a freak. Yeah.
He is a freak.
Since that Grealish comment, bro, the guy's been fucking insane.
It's bizarre.
Santiago Muniz from goal. But the thing is, there's sometimes the player needs that. He needs to be taken the piss out of just to make him train and be a little bit harder. And like even this morning, when I watched back the goals, like that Almiron goal, there was that little touch and flick. Like it was a little bit lucky. But you know, when you're in form like that, you create your own luck. The way he takes that turn and slots it. Yeah, like so. Look, good on him. I think they will obviously have periods and dips and stuff like that. They don't have the strength and the depth of the team right now.
No, the one advantage they got, they only got the Premier League. That's it.
Exactly.
And I look at
next year that's going to be the struggle.
And I look at their depth, and I'd probably say how many players would they have gone to the World Cup? Probably 3/5 of fuck all. Probably I would say.
Who? Callum Wilson thinks he will, but I don't think he will.
It would definitely. Trippier's there.
Well, you'd think so. He has to be there. Then maybe Nick Pope.
Oh yeah, Pope will definitely be there. Yeah.
Ishmael, what's his is Saar that's in centre back, the Swiss guy, the Swiss defender.
Oh yeah, yeah. Him, Saar. I think
Almiron doesn't play there.
You know, what I mean, they got limited people, so I think that's the one. They're obviously not going to challenge for the title. However, I think there could be serious contenders for the top 4 because of those couple of things.
So they got Murphy. Willock isn't going to go. Guimaraes will probably go for Brazil because he's probably their best mid. That's essentially like it. You got Sam Maximin. He probably won't make France.
No.
Chris Wood for New Zealand. If New Zealand made it, I
didn't qualify.
There you go. So yeah, they're really not going to lose anyone, to be honest. And like we both said, like if they're not in Europe, it's not going to really matter to them anyway. So
exactly.
All right. Well, look, let's get into our predictions from last week and our results. So
yes, I completely forgot what I tipped yet again.
Yeah. So currently the table stands as Ralphie 4-3. So you're leading right now. Okay. So I'm gonna go back here and check these results. So first game that we tipped this weekend, you bastard, was your game.
Yeah. I know what I tipped United.
You tipped United 1-0. I was going to tip Villa, and then I thought, nah, actually, let me use my brain and tip United. God, I'm a fucking idiot. So I went United 2-0. Yeah. So United 2-0. Both dropped out on points there, which sucks. You went for a Arsenal Chelsea 1-1. That did not happen. I went for a 3-1 to Arsenal, so I get a +1 because I'm always backing me boys.
Close.
Spurs versus Liverpool. I went for a 2-0 to Liverpool, so I get a +1. You went Liverpool 2-1.
Oh, boom!
Bang on.
And I'm pretty sure if we look back, I think I might have said a Kane to score too. I think so, yeah. Could be wrong, but yeah.
West Ham versus Crystal Palace. We both actually went for West Ham in this one.
I would have went for West Ham
because usually I think I said last week that usually I'm biased because of Patrick, and I should have fucking stood by that.
Yeah.
But I went 1-0 to West Ham. You went 2-0 to West Ham. Obviously neither of us got that. And last game we went was for Leeds versus Bournemouth. You went for a 2-2 result, and I actually went for a Bournemouth win. Oh, sorry, I went for a Leeds win. Sorry.
Oh, score?
I went 1-0 to Leeds.
Oh yeah,
obviously, well fucking off. But big up, brother. Big up, bro. How you feeling after the weekend, man? I know you'd be sore, just like Ralphie is. I know a lot of United fans are. So yeah, we both drew that weekend. Obviously, you got the exact score on the Liverpool Spurs game +3. I obviously got the correct fixtures in Chelsea, Liverpool, and Bournemouth correct. So I only pick up the 1 point in each. So 3 apiece. You're still leading 4-3.
It keeps saving me. These bloody correct margins.
You are pulling out the bloody correct results. So I thought obviously with these next fixtures coming up, on this weekend, our last weekend before the World Cup. We'll obviously come back and we'll do World Cup games and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But with these games coming up, we're gonna obviously do our games. You have Fulham away. Fulham away. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So you got Man U, Fulham away. We're gonna do the Wolves, Arsenal. I think we also do the. I think Chelsea got Newcastle. Yeah. So Newcastle versus Chelsea. That's
going to be a good game. Yeah,
it's going to be a great game there. What we got? We got Tottenham versus Leeds, West Ham, Leicester City. I'd say probably Leicester City win that anyway. I don't want to do Liverpool, Southampton.
No. Liverpool should be beating Southampton at Anfield.
At Anfield, yeah, you think so. And I'm not going to go Man City, Brentford, even though Brentford could pull one out there. Brentford could definitely pull one out for sure.
Mate, I watched again as I watched the second half, and I think I messaged you again in a City game. Haaland came on, mate, and first time I've seen watched bits and pieces, and obviously I watched them play us, but mate, it's just I watched 15 minutes of the second half without him. With 10 men, he comes on, and it's just fucking different gravy. Hey, like fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, you just gotta wonder if his injury situation is going to be a damper on his career.
Yeah, correct. But just different in terms of class, just incredible.
I think I'm going to go
Brighton Villa. That'll be a good game. Brighton Villa.
Oh yeah,
with Unai. After a spanking of us, and Brighton's in very good form.
Yeah, they're doing well for a new management, yeah. And then I think, for last game, we can either go Bournemouth, Everton, or Tottenham, Leeds.
It's up to you. You pick.
Well, I feel like I'm always biased if it's Leeds versus Tottenham because I'm always going to pick Leeds in that.
Let's go Bournemouth, Everton then.
So let's go Bournemouth, Everton, yeah, because I'll be picking with my head, not my heart.
I love it. I'm always biased.
Yeah, I'll never pick Tottenham to win. All right, your game. Start us off. What do you think the score will be? Obviously, away to Fulham. You've seen what they've done to City. Nearly kept them at bay the whole game.
Yeah.
Leno has been great, minus the penalty. He has been exceptional, minus the penalty.
He has been. But I think
Mitro.
I think we've got. We obviously got midweek game. I think what is it, FA Cup or?
I think Carabao we've all got Carabao Cups or something.
Yeah. So I think we definitely will put out our reserve squad. We definitely will put out our reserve squad there. I think the top team are definitely going to have a chance to actually have a rest, which obviously I was ranting on about just before. I think after the Villa game, we've got to bounce back. I've obviously got to tip United. Again, as I said, we're going to have these little blips. I don't think we're going to go I don't think we're actually going to go on a bad run. So I'm going to tip United. 2-0.
How would you feel going into the World Cup break if you lost to Villa 3-1, obviously, which happened, and then you were to loss or even take a draw at Fulham? How would you feel going into that?
Bit of a damper. Again,
because that'd be horrible, to sit on for the next fucking 7 weeks.
Oh, of course it would be, but I'm a United fan. I've put up with absolute shit for the last 7 years. For the last 7 years, you got to remember we got spanked up 6-3 by City, spanked up 5-0 by Liverpool. We've been absolutely fucking dominated by in derbies the last few years. So mate, we could lose fucking 8 in a row, and I don't think it would be the worst state of my life that I've ever been in being a United supporter, because there are things that sort of hurt a little bit more than others.
Yeah, I've been there. Don't worry, mate. I fucking know what you're on about. I've been living it for 20 years. So what's your score prediction?
2-0 United.
2-0. Okay. Yes. Good evening, Mo. Good evening, son. Good fucking evening. Fulham United. My brain's telling me 1-1, honestly. But I just feel like you guys will get over the line. So it's really frustrating to figure out what you guys might do in this game. Love Abba getting slapped. Bro, he got bukaki'd. I love it. I love seeing him sad on the bench, knowing that he fucked up, knowing he could have been winning a title with us. Now he's sitting at Chelsea, struggling mid-table. Fulham Man United. You sort of did me dirty last week. I went for United and they fucked me.
Because that would have given you the W. So see, I'm glad I'm influential, mate.
Yeah. I'm actually going to go 1-1. I'm going to go 1-1 in that game. For some reason, I don't know why. And also seeing them the way they performed against, even though, yes, it was a 10-man Man City, but 10-man Man City is still better than 11-man United. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Newcastle, Chelsea, huge game.
Massive
Actually,
game.
isn't it? To be honest, in the context of the top four, it is a very, very big game.
Massive game.
And Newcastle obviously have a fantastic record at home. Chelsea, a little bit in the mud right now, not playing good football. Newcastle playing fantastic football. And like I said, they're a fortress at home. What do you think?
I'll be sacked in the next month at this rate.
if they continue doing what they do as managers, yeah, for sure.
I'm going to tip a. Man, I just can't tip against Newcastle. Hey,
Honestly, bro, it is so hard to tip against Newcastle.
I think a draw's a sound effort, right? But I just think
the thing is, bro, I'm telling you right now, watching Chelsea play, they cannot fucking attack. They were so. I said to one of my Chelsea mates, I said there is zero fucking team cohesion in that like attacking lineup. As soon as it got past the fence, they didn't know what to do, bro. They couldn't overlap. They couldn't pass to each other. Like there was just nothing.
Shocking.
It was just shocking.
Too many new
Honestly,
signings.
it's so hard to. Fuck. I'll go first on this one.
Oh yeah, go.
Oh, you go.
I was going to say I'm tipping a 1-0 Newcastle.
1-0 Newcastle. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go for a 2-2. You're gonna go for a 2-2. Newcastle really should win that game, to be honest. They should win that game.
Should do.
So Arsenal Wolves.
You can go first.
You can ask me while I'm
Give
gassed.
us your prediction on Arsenal.
You can ask me while I'm gassed. Fucking Wolves are shit, man. Like I said, I don't take any game lighthearted, honestly. But the way we're playing, we should win that pretty comfortably. I'm gonna go 3-0 just because we're struggling to score. Defense is solid. 3-0.
I was thinking probably the exact same thing. However, I'll change a little bit and go 2-0 then.
Okay.
To Arsenal.
Yep.
I just thought I'd clarify in case you thought I was tipping Wolves.
Mate, if you're tipping Wolves, you're giving away your momentum. Brighton Villa. Two games, two teams off the back of wins.
I wouldn't know who's going to be the favourite here, but I'm actually going to tip.
You'd say probably Brighton at home, to be honest.
I'm going to tip a bit of Unai ball. Like a 5-4, like a 5-4-1. Like typical Villarreal stuff. How he loved playing against United. He's back up against the wall away from home with a team in good form. I'm tipping this one to be a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw? Okay. I'm going for Brighton 2-1. I think Villa are good, but it could have just been a first game bounce, and a lot of teams seem to score a lot of goals against you. Brighton are doing well, man. Look at them. They're fucking, 6th or 7th in the table? 6th. I'm fucking unbelievable, man. Unbelievable start to them. Yeah, 2-1 to Brighton, man. Trossard's been on fire and stuff, so I can't go against that.
Yeah, and that Gross or whatever his name is, he's been in good form too.
Yeah, unbelievable as well. Yeah. Bournemouth Everton. Bit of an odd one. Obviously, Bournemouth sort of capitulating there, and pretty much a relegation fight, to be honest. Everton on 14 points, Bournemouth on 13. Both have played 14 out of 14 games. Sitting right on top of that relegation.
Bournemouth actually 1 point from 12. Oh, sorry, 1 point from 15.
Negative 17. Wow.
Yeah, 1 point from 15. Bournemouth. That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked. Surely Everton fucking win a game.
I'm tipping a well, Bournemouth have conceded 32 goals. I'll look at how shit Forest have been. They already conceded 30 in terms of goals. I know Bournemouth conceded 9 against Liverpool, which takes that stat out the equation.
Yeah, but we did 5 against Nottingham as well.
Oh well, there you go. So I'm tipping a goal. I'm tipping a goal fest. I think Bournemouth can definitely score. Although Everton,
they can,
they do. Everton have one. Well, I think. Oh, sorry. Oh no. Apart from the top 3, Arsenal, City, Newcastle, Everton had the best defense since
conceded 14. Scored. Yeah,
they can't score.
Everton. Best. Yeah,
they struggle to score, right? So this could very much be a boring nil game. You think about it. Everton struggled to
Could be,
score, but a fantastic keeping clean sheets. However, I'm tipping the opposite way. I'm going to tip a 3-2 win to Everton. I think there'll be a shitload of goals.
3-2 to Everton. Everton do have a good defense. One game ago. I'm gonna go Bournemouth 1-0.
What? You just said Everton's surely going to win a game.
Yeah, I changed my mind. I changed my mind because I thought I got to catch points on you, so it's a little bit of a gamble. But they're scoring goals. It is at home as well.
Yeah.
So you never know. You never know.
They got to win. They got to pick up points from somewhere. And if they can't do it against them, mate, I think they're going straight back down to the Championship.
I wouldn't mind Everton in the Championship. I don't really give a shit.
Oh, I know a few people that wouldn't mind that as well.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Look, I think that's it. We kept it under an hour today, which is great. Probably helped that you got slapped up and you didn't want to talk about it too much.
Makes it a lot easier.
Honestly, there's nothing much to talk about in my game anyway. Yeah, we won, so
makes life a lot easier.
Pretty standard, Same every week, 3-point collectors they call us.
That's true. I am looking forward. I'm going to have to actually start muting your comments on Facebook shortly because I'm sick of.
Nah, you know why I do it because there's like obviously like Joel and Farrah and they hate seeing it, so I literally purpose. Yeah, on purpose, I'll literally go and comment on 20 posts.
I'm thinking this morning. I'm thinking, fucking hell, Dylan. Like, wow, how? Even I'm thinking, I don't care. I'm not getting angrier, but I'm just like, fucking hell, mate. You're just loving like just fucking boom, 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 like just outrageous. Women, yeah. Top of the league, the girls, the girls. I'm just like,
it's actually pretty crazy. Arsenal top of the league in Europa and in the league. Then our girls are top of the league in UCL and in the thing.
Oh, really?
And in the Champions League. Then our Premier League 2 team top of the league. Our under 23s. Or under 21s or something like that. They're top. Like we've got so many of them. Like they're just.
Wow.
So it seems to be just like a whole thing through the club right now. A massive structure change, and it's obviously flowing right through. So to me, obviously, when you see that progression down the whole, like your whole club, that's when you can see that there's like a change in the football club, and that's the biggest thing to me, that I can see that consistency from like top down in every division. You know what I mean? Whether that's under 18s, the girls, everything like that. So it's great to see. Yeah.
That's the main part, right? That's a positive. Rebooting that football, rebuilding that structure. Like with Carragher, right? It's all about the structure.
But you know what? Actually, just before we go quickly, Gary Neville, bro, this motherfucker hates Arsenal. Honestly, he can't give Arsenal a compliment to save his life.
Of course
he fucking can't give Arsenal. But this motherfucker will sit here and praise Tottenham, who are fucking 9 points behind, and talk about how good of football they play. Those motherfuckers parked the bus
because
for 90 fucking minutes.
He loves, although he's just not there, mate. He loves Gary Neville. I think I don't know if
he's a fuckface, man.
I don't know if Poch used to like let him sort of used to let Gary do him up the arse or what. But yeah, he just absolutely don't know why, but. Poch, he loves Poch, so I'm assuming that's why. Although Poch isn't there anymore, that's obviously probably why he loves Spurs. I would assume. It's ridiculous.
He's a fucking tosser, bro. Like I genuinely can't believe like how much of a fucking kiss ass that guy is. Like I
do wonder myself sometimes. Yes.
Like I just don't get it. But anyway, yeah, I was glad that Ronaldo snubbed him as well. Fucking made me laugh.
Yeah. Classic.
It's good because he took the piss out of Carragher like not even a month ago for it.
Yeah.
So good on him. Only good thing Ronaldo's done. Do you think he's going to go to Chelsea?
Fuck, would Chelsea want him? I wouldn't have him.
Yeah, but I think the owner's obsessed with Ronaldo.
Yeah, maybe for shirt sales he would. Yeah, but fuck,
I think we said it.
You already got Aubameyang, which is a fucking flop. Like, are you really gonna?
But Aubameyang was more of like a fucking panic buy, honestly.
Yeah, well, Ronaldo would be too, wouldn't he? At 38, he'd be 38.
I don't think he's a panic buy. I think he's more just a freaking.
But even then, right? Do you see? Yeah. Do you see Ronaldo scoring plenty of goals for Chelsea? You just said that they can't even fucking attack.
They can't create shit, bro. They're fucking
So
shit.
you know what I mean? Like, so
The only, bro, I'm telling you right now, Abba had one shot the whole game, and it was because when we were defending, Saliba accidentally air swung, and the ball went in front of him, and then Abba just got the ball in front of him and did like a crappy shot, and Saliba blocked it. Like that was Abba's only contribution the whole fucking game.
There you go. You know, I mean, like, I wouldn't have Ronaldo at all.
They're fucking dead team, bro. Fucking dead team.
No chance.
But yeah, guys, anyone that's watching back later, appreciate you watching. We'll be back again next week, as always, and we'll be back for the World Cup games and everything like that. Hopefully both on winning terms, which would be great.
Kenneth, Jim Beam.
See you guys later. Peace out.
Hooroo.